Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Jilly Little Zen Crone, and it's Wednesday, so this is Wednesday Tarot Wisdom Day. But I have some things that I want to share with you. First of all, I don't have a cup of anything with me right now, so I'm really hoping that I can get through this video, because before I sat down to do it, I would sit down and think, oh, I forgot this, get back up. Oh, I forgot that. Does that ever happen to you guys when you're doing videos? And I forgot something to drink. So anyway, but I did bring some things that I wanted to show you. I guess I'll show you this first, because this this little piece of, well, it's not very little, it's pretty big, look. It's a piece of carnelian that I won in a giveaway from the Whispering Well. Along with some other things, which are also very important to me. But I really want to share this because when I took this out of the package and held it, and I feel it now, the energy of this stone is so healing and so, I don't know, it's grounding. And I'm not sure that carnelian is necessarily, you know, a grounding stone, but it feels that way for me. So it is for me. And I put this stone behind me on my altar, and many times I pass through that doorway during the day, and I'll just reach out and hold it for a second, and it just really, it has such a great vibe. So I want to say thank you to my good friend, the Whispering Well, for sending this beautiful, beautiful stone for me. And when I told her about it, she said that that the stone must be for me, because it makes the hair on the back of my head stand on end. So I just really appreciate this. The second thing I want to do is to give a shout out to Jen from Jen's Balanced Tarot. Every Sunday at 1:30 Eastern Time, so translate that into your time zone, she has a live, which she does, called Tarot Playdate. And last week, and I encourage everybody to go over there and watch Tarot Playdate. It's really a lot of fun. What we do is every week she pulls a new card. So she shuffles and pulls a new card, and then we all talk about that card. We talk about the meanings and the symbolism in the card. She asks us, the chat who are watching, for 5 questions, and then she randomly picks, I think it's 5 decks. She has a random selector thingy, programmy thing, and she selects 5 different decks, and we talk about whatever the card is in each one of those decks, and then we also answer the questions, and it's just become such a great part of my Sunday. So I wanted to tell you that, and I'll link her channel below so you can go on over. Last week, we pulled the Ace of Wands, and I wanted to show the Ace of Wands from this deck, because this is one of my favorite decks, the Druidcraft, if not my very favorite deck. And I really appreciate the Ace of Wands in this card. It talks about the ace coming down from this, the wand being given from the sun, so the fire of creativity. I really think of this as coming up from the depths and rising again to newness and creativity. It also talks about the fact that the stag is the totem animal for fire, for which, you know, the wands are symbolic of fire. And it also talks about this wand being made of birch, and there are birch trees over in here. and birch trees being the tree of the druid, and that they stand for rebirth. And I just really feel, especially this spring, and I know many of us, well, all of us, this is a worldwide thing. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and a lot of times it doesn't feel very spring-like, and sometimes, depending upon where in the world we are, we may feel very isolated and alone. And I'm here to tell you that you're never alone, that there are people around you. We're all in this together. And I really feel like this card symbolizes that we are coming up from a dark time, and we're coming into the light. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. And then I'm going to go ahead and read the cards from this deck. I hope everybody's well. I hope that you're all doing well and staying safe. It has been 6 weeks since I've seen my kids. My 2 daughters and I had coffee over Google Hangouts yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. And I think we might do this because both of them, I have one, my younger daughter lives close by now, but she's going to be going to grad school in the fall, and we'll be moving away. So I think that the Hangouts coffee is going to become a thing. All right. Oh, I know what I want to do first. I want to light some incense. Let's get some incense going. It hasn't gotten very warm here in the mountains of Pennsylvania just yet. I've been looking at the 2-week forecast, and it looks like we're going to get into the low 60s. So yeah, spring is coming. It is coming. All right. Let's pick a card just to get a general sense of where we all are this week. I'm pulling from the bottom. And I have the King of Pentacles. So really, the King of Pentacles kind of makes me feel like we're in a grounded place, and that we are, that we have our affairs in order, that we have all of the things that materially mean the most to us in some kind of order, in some kind of control. They're being aligned, and we are the aligners. We are the people that are in charge of that, if we are to think of ourselves as the king. Or we could be thinking about, I'm sorry, there's a piece of hair. I've got COVID hair going on, and I've got a piece of hair stuck to my iron cheek, so excuse that. Or we could think of a king-like person coming into our sphere. So this is somebody who is in charge, someone who is well organized, somebody that's got a sense of fiscal responsibility. But I tend to think of this as more coming from us, more that we are the people that are doing this. Now I'm looking at the colors here because I always do. Sometimes I'm a little colorblind, so sometimes I get them wrong, but it seems to me that he's got a red tunic on, and red would be symbolic of to me, of grounding, of earth. And then he has this green robe around him. And that says to me heart. So to me, this is grounding with heart. He's ruling with heart. He's taking care of business. And the King of Pentacles is very, I think he's very matter of fact. He's very fiscally minded is what he's all about the material goods. This is your consummate business person, but he does this he's ruling with his heart as well. So we're taking care of business in our homes, in our lives, in our worlds that have gotten, a lot smaller. But we're also taking care of that with heart. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle again. And let's look for something that may be under the radar, something that we might be feeling but that we can't put into words, something that we might need some help with. There we go. Ooh, okay. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. I think the Nine of Pentacles was the very first card we pulled in Tarot Playdate. So this card represents something that's undercover or underneath the surface, something that we are working on, something that we may not be able to put into words yet, but a feeling or a sense of, and what this card is talking about is a sense, again, of independence, a sense of financial independence. This is a self-made woman. She's standing in her garden looking at everything that she has made, that she has made, that she has fostered. Even everything around her is something of her doing, of her making. And I think, going along with this king, or think either this person is going to come to help, or this is just a manifestation. This sense of growing independence. A lot of us are. I know for me, I'm home a lot. I mean, we all are, right? My husband, however, is an essential worker, and so he's at work a lot. And so there have been things that I've had to take care of that I don't normally take care of, but just things that that needed to get done that he wasn't able to do because he wasn't here at the moment. And so I did them. I did it. And, I can think of things that, maybe you're at home and, your significant other is an essential worker or is not there. Maybe you're a single parent, or maybe you are someone who is living without a partner right now. And there are those times where we think, can we do it? Something comes in to our life and we think, can we do this? Can we do it? And sometimes the fear stops us for a little bit, but yet if we push through and we do it, not only does the fear dissipate, but a new sense of accomplishment and confidence comes with that. And I think that Nine of Pentacles really, she shows that confidence in her stature and in the way she looks and the way she I think she just oozes confidence. All right. Let's pull one card to get us through the rest of the week and the weekend. I'm going to cut pretty much in the middle here. And, wow. So we come up with the Five of Swords. Now, this might seem like an ominous card to come up with for the weekend because it seems like, this is usually the card where, there's an absolute, there's a winner and there's a loser here. But if we think of not so much people, challenges with people, but if we think of swords as being air, so swords as being our thoughts, with many of us working from home, I know that the weekends and the evenings can become times of anxiety and times where thoughts come into our minds that we were rather not there, things we can push away during the daytime. So let's pull one more card and see how we can best deal with this Five of Swords coming in over the weekend. And actually, I have another answer for us, but I'll wait. All right. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, so 2 nines, which means we're coming to the end of a cycle, whatever it is. But the Nine of Cups would tell me here, if we're going to think about this as challenging thoughts and thoughts overtaking us that we are able to push out of the way most of the time, but in the evenings and on the weekends, those things come into our minds. I really believe that this 9 is telling us to look at everything we have and to look at the positive. Look at the, when we get caught up in those cyclical thoughts, it can really drag us down. So to break that cycle, I think to look at what we have in front of us. What is there, and what we can do is a good thing, a good way to look at it. And also, we're talking here with the cups, we're talking more about emotions. So do things that are going to make you feel better, good self-care. And then I think look at this wand again. And know that this is coming from a place of rebirth and a place of healing. And if you have to, take this card out and put it on your altar. Put it in a place where you can see it so that you know that, we are rising. Things are coming. We are rising, and we are creative. We are resilient people. We are creative, and spring is coming, the time of rebirth. So thank you so much for watching this today. I hope that it has, that it's resonated, that it's helped you a bit. I'm looking forward to being here again next week. And until then, everyone, take care. Be kind to each other and be safe. Bye-bye.